We are just 1 month away from the statewide June primary, and tonight we're continuing our coverage regarding voter registration forms.
Yeah, this comes after the governor called for a SLED investigation after the forms were given to non-citizens here in South Carolina.
You'll remember Greenville Representative Adam Morgan started the conversation, posting this on social media. It shows a voter registration form that he says a refugee received from the State Department of Health and Human Services through Medicaid. Christy Calcagno sat down with the State Election Commission now about the procedure in place to make sure everyone voting in the upcoming primary are U.S. citizens.
With the statewide primaries just a couple of weeks away, we checked with the South Carolina Election Commission about voter registration policies and procedures. John Catalano with the Election Commission telling me it is required by law to provide a valid photo ID or a government document showing your name and address when you register to vote. So on your screen right now are some examples of those, including a driver's license, U.S. passport, and a federal military ID. John also says there is no investigation on each voter as they come in to register. However, there are lots of things that are done on the back end to ensure that only active and qualified voters are on the active list of registered voters. So for non-citizens, the Election Commission audits data from the Department of Homeland Security, which is received through the Department of Motor Vehicles. So anyone who appears on that data is then checked on the voter registration list. And if they do see that there is a non-U.S. citizen on the voter registration list, then SLED will be notified immediately. But John says that even with all of these checks in place, this isn't really an issue in South Carolina of non-U.S. citizens illegally voting.
We actually were audited by the Legislative Audit Council recently, and it was a years-long audit. I think actually almost 2 years it took them to do this audit, and on the front page of their report, they actually looked into were there any non-U.S. citizens on our active list of registered voters and were they voting, and they said they found 0 instances of that occurring in South Carolina. So the process that we have in place works.
The Election Commission also says that voter registration forms are given out to people at several state agencies, including the DMV and the DSS. Now, as far as the SLED investigation, officials with the organization telling us earlier this week that they did receive the governor's letter and will review the matter. Reporting in studio, I'm Christy Calcagno, News 19 WLTX.
Christy, thank you. Now the deadline to register in person for the June primary, that's come and gone. It was today. Sunday's the deadline to register online, and Monday's the mail deadline. Early voting for the primary begins May 28th and ends June 7th, and the primary itself taking place on June the 11th.
Still ahead to